Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Morning, good morning, good morning.
As always, we start with the jersey. What jersey you got today, sir?
Got the Kansas City Royals, George Brett.
George Brett with the famous run out on the home run the tar on the bat. Said it was too much. They measured it on the home plate. He ran out acting berserk. I thought he was gonna punch everybody out there. That's that good history. All right, everybody, we here. Welcome to another wonderful Saturday morning on Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix, hosted by both of us right here. These wonderful, fine, handsome gentlemen. Come on, give me one. Give me this one real quick.
What's wrong with this guy, man?
We always got to start with some fun. Of course, we're gonna be talking about a lot of good fun stuff today. But of course, we want to make sure first, before we do anything, make sure you click like, click share, call your friends, get them on the phone, call them up, literally call them up and say, hey, they out here today, they on here, and they having fun, they talking stuff, and put them on your computer, and put that on your speaker, on your Bluetooth, or anything you want to put it on. Make sure you broadcast it throughout the house, and let them know. Hey, they talking good stuff today. We got a lot of good things to talk about today, a lot of fun stuff. We want to make sure we try and integrate the Free Saturday topic. I got one, but we want to hear one from you. The Free Saturday topic is for you to be engaged. Engagement is what we need. People be engaged in our program and what we do, because without you, we don't have a program. I'm trying to there we go. Let me see if I can get my face in there a little bit better. All right, there we go. All right. The topic of the week, as selected by you, I should say, is, of course, the NFL draft in the great city of Detroit. Our fair city looking wonderful and just fantastic. All those people down there, a sea of Honolulu blue and silver. It was just beautiful to see. I was so proud to see all of that, and at least until Eminem walked up on stage. When that happened, I'm like, oh Lord, we just lost about 200,000 cool points. But hey, maybe that's just me. The crowds went crazy, and the NFL went out of their way to showcase the city of Detroit, and that is a wonderful thing. That is a great thing. Lets everybody know that Detroit is a priority with the NFL, and maybe because of that, we can get ourselves some good home games coming up in the future. Get some good talent. It seems that we haven't done better over the last few years. The city of Detroit was featured. All right, and the number one pick, Mr. Caleb Williams. I like that kid, but there's something about him that just lets me know that I'm a little worried about him going into Chicago. What are your thoughts? We know he was going to go first. What's your thoughts, sir?
I mean, they're gonna miss Jay Fields, because the thing about Justin was he could take off, and when he took off, it was like a running back in a quarterback's body. So he could endure the hit. Caleb Williams not about to give you that. And like I said, I'm not a fan. I wasn't a fan. I mean, okay, yeah, he followed Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma. I never was a fan. I just wasn't a fan. That's a jersey you won't see me wearing.
Nah. I like the fact that he took advantage of his opportunities. I didn't think he should have won that Heisman 2 years ago. I've been vocal about that. But he's taking advantage of his opportunity to go to Chicago. He's been very vocal about saying he wants to go there and he wants to win. He's saying all the right things. And they have already put some weapons around him, so when he does get there, that he does have a chance to be successful. So will that happen? We know what they said. If it was the fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Right, I'm drunk.
We're going to see. Honestly, I wish him well, but I don't wish him well. Why don't I wish him well? Because he's in the division with the Lions, and I want to see my Lions do well. So,
what did you say?
I want to see him do well, but at the same time, I don't want to see him do well because he's still in the same division with the Lions. And,
man, if you don't get off that silver and blue train, man, they not going look, I'm telling you now, you're going to cry this year. This year right here, you're going to cry.
I ain't cried in them other years.
You gonna cry this year.
So
Cause
I had
y'all really
tickets
think they
and I
about
didn't
to
cry.
be hot like that, man. They not about to produce what they did last year. 7-10. I'm calling it right now. 7-10. No playoffs, no division title. Nothing. 7-10. Watch.
Okay. I haven't quite settled on what I think they're gonna do. My thought process is definitely better than last year. But last year, what did I say last year? 6-11. Is that what I said? 5-12.
I
Is
think
that
you
what I
said
said?
6-11, 5-12, something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
You be in the neighborhood. That's where they're gonna be at. You be in the neighborhood.
We gonna see. We shall see. He said the blind man to whom? The dead dog.
The
All right.
blind man to the dead dog.
JJ McSizzle got drafted by Minneapolis St. Paul, by the Minneapolis by the Vikings. By the Vikings. I would have liked to see him in Detroit. You know, you played up the road, man. It's just a straight shot from I-94 downtown. I wish he had did that. You know, you take the 75 bike rack to get down there. The state of Michigan has supported you over the last 3-4 years. Give them a good thank you. All those U of M people down there, they would have lost their mind had JJ got on that stage.
Yeah, JJ McCartney. Okay, so okay. I forgot this the last Saturday of the month. I forgot. Sometimes you go off the deep edge. He would have came here. Then what would you would have did with Hendon Hooker?
No, I'm not saying the Lions should have drafted him. I'm saying when Minneapolis drafted him, he should have been there in Detroit to accept his jersey.
For what? He didn't even know he was going that high. That's why he wasn't there. That was a shock to him.
Projected to be a top 10 pick, and because of that, I would have hoped that he would have won across the stage in Detroit, seeing he played up the road.
Look here, man. Look here. Mel Kiper and Todd McShay don't make draft picks. They make predictions. He didn't know he was going to be a top 10 pick. That's why he wasn't here. If he knew he was going to be a top 10 pick, he would have been here. He didn't know he was going to be a top 10 pick. If you know you're going to be a top 10 pick, he would have been in Detroit.
I beg to differ. Because
I support my argument.
He got an invite to come to Detroit.
I'll support my argument. Geno Smith, a couple of years ago, they told him he was going to be first round. Where did Geno Smith go? Yeah, right. He had to come back the next day and change his clothes because he didn't get drafted the night before. That's what I'm saying. He knew he was shocked. He wasn't even a top 10 pick. Like I said, once again, Todd McShay and Mel Kiper Jr., they make predictions. They don't make draft picks. I go one even further than that. Tim Tebow. What happened with that? Tim Tebow, was he there? No, because they don't know. It's a guessing game, right? You didn't think about it. Caleb Williams, that was kind of a foregone conclusion, right? Mm-hmm. After Caleb Williams, it could have went either way, which it did. So that's what I'm saying. He stayed home versus the embarrassment. Okay, here, I got one even better for you than that. Aaron Rodgers. Remember when Aaron Rodgers got drafted? He sat in the green room like this. I hope the phone rings. Right. No, he didn't think he was going to be a top 10 pick. Because like when the Chargers got on the clock, I was like, you know what? I said, Jim might go ahead and pick him just because. But then that would have been an insult to my man, the quarterback that's already there. You said you have, you know what I'm saying? You saying you got your ties is with him. So if you would have drafted JJ McCartney, then what? All that goes out the window.
Well, speaking of drafting the top 10, having the top 10 quarterback, so to speak, and picking another one, Michael Penix going to Atlanta. I been kind of vocal about that on the page. I think that was a good thing for Atlanta to pick Penix and still
trash. I'm good.
Have the quarterback already there for Michigan State. He hasn't played a full season in forever, and of course they gave him 4 years, 100 something million.
What are you talking about? Kirk Cousins?
For Kirk Cousins, yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you drafted Michael Penix. That means you don't have your future set for Kirk Cousins. You figuring Kirk Cousins got maybe one more year, maybe two.
Yep.
Coming off of Achilles, man. That's not. We ain't talking about no ankle. We talking about Achilles. He got a drop back, plant, all that. And let's not forget, Kirk Cousins is not a mobile quarterback. Nah, Michael Penix Jr., to me personally, trash. I wouldn't have drafted him. But I'm not Arthur Blanks. I wouldn't have drafted him. I would have went and got Bo Nix. Bo Nix is better than Michael Penix Jr. I would have got Bo Nix.
Not head to head.
What do you mean not head to head? Because you got to remember, hold on, I'm out. You got to remember, Bo Nix came from Auburn. Bo Nix was killing him before he went to Auburn, before he went to Oregon. When he was in Auburn, they was talking about Bo Nix. They weren't talking about no Michael Penix Jr. Go back and look at it.
Who won, was it the Apple Bowl? Or was it the Apple Bowl they played, or whatever that game is? When they played against each other, Penix won it. Penix beat him again in the conference championship game.
Understood. So, I get on what you're saying, but I'm saying the
35 years old.
The overall, I would have took Bo Nix. I wouldn't have took Michael Penix. Okay, what did Michael Penix do in his last game against the Walmart Wolverines? Nothing.
He played badly. He had a couple of drops though. He had a couple of drops going his way. Could have changed his fortune.
I mean, picks he had. I mean, pick 60 through. Two.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he didn't have a bad game, but I still think that's a big picture. You got a backup quarterback on rookie money that you can still bring along and still have your veteran there. They said that there was no doubt in their mind. They said that Cousins is going to be their starter. No doubt in their mind. He's going to be.
That's what they put. I mean, you went out and paid for him, right? So you got to say that, right? But we all know Arthur Blank can change up like the weather, right?
Yes, he can. I see this no different as Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh got old Chicago quarterback and old Denver quarterback.
They got Justin Fields and they got Russell Wilson.
Wilson's gonna start. I don't give Russell Wilson 9-10 games, quite honestly. You don't owe him nothing. You paid him $1 million. He get his money from Denver still.
Russell Wilson. Okay. So you're not giving Russell Wilson that because of what he did last year, or the whole body of work? Because the whole body of work, he's a Super Bowl champion.
Oh, not because of the whole body of work. If this league is what have you done for me lately? Any professional league is what have you done for me lately?
He only had one bad year, right?
Two.
The year before it was Paul Hackett. That was a whole new system. Last year was my man's system. So he had time. He had to adjust to both systems, right?
I agree. But
right. So the body of work in Seattle, he won the Super Bowl. They went back and they lost to the GOAT, Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. So the body of work in Seattle should overshadow them 2 years in Denver, right?
Yes and no. Yes, you want to give him his credit for doing that, but what has he done lately?
I just told you he had to play under two new different systems, right? So if I just got finished playing with Paul Hackett, y'all bring in this new coach, right? That instills his thing. I got to learn a whole new system, right? That's kind of holding that against him, right? Or no?
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying that, but I'm saying is from what he has shown recently, as opposed to what's behind him. I don't see him having that great of an impact in Pittsburgh. Like, had they not brought in Fields, I would be a lot more open to him playing and doing better. But when you got Fields behind him, you got big brother, little brother, the little brother 6'5", big brother 5'9". I'm not saying literally, but I'm talking about in terms of how things are looking like.
Okay, so how long do you give Justin Fields before he takes over? I mean, how long you give Russell Wilson? For week 5?
If Russell Wilson make it to week 11, I'll be surprised.
Wow. So you saying it could be week 6 and not Justin Fields to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see here. I want to give a shout out to some Detroiters Detroit. I definitely know I was working behind the scene. Brother Damon Autry, he and I grew up together. Did a script for a lot of the pre days before the actual draft. Great young man, excellent young man. And also a shout out to Jemelle Hill. Of course, if it's Detroit, they're gonna make sure she was there. She got to speak with the NFL right along with the commissioner. And also give a shout out to my family restaurant, Sister Street. They had their cart out there. They're gonna be out there again today, out near the old Tiger Stadium. So if you're out in that area, go say hey to them and support that a local business. I got a couple picks I think are probably gonna be the biggest impacts. Immediately, they're both linemen. Troy Fatanu going to Pittsburgh, and Tyler Guyton going to the Cowboys, with the Cowboys losing their number one tackle. Drafting Mr. Tyler is going to be a good thing. Were there any surprises that you thought that you saw in the draft?
I was shocked they traded your Pussycats traded up to the 10th to select my man out of Alabama. But like I said, I'm not a fan, so it don't matter.
24? That's only 4 spots. You think they gave up too much for him?
I mean, I noticed that. I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed that the last, other than Hutchinson, everything has came out of Alabama. Branch, Gibbs, Jemelle, and now this guy. So it's like they got a tie down there to Alabama. So I guess that's
why
what.
Is that? Why is that?
You said who?
Why?
Because Alabama has champions. They've proven they got. I mean, no, time out. Let me choose my words correctly. Time out. Okay. I'm gonna start from Branch was okay. All right. When he was at Alabama. Jahmyr Gibbs was all right when he was at Alabama. Who else they got? Who else I said? Oh, Jemelle. Jemelle was okay when he was at Alabama, because you really don't see the compare. You don't really see the transparency from Alabama to the Lions, and we ain't seen what my man did yet, right? So time will tell. But most cats that come out of Alabama, some of them shine and some of them fizzle. Clinton Dix. When he was at Alabama, he was all world. Got drafted by the Packers and went all nothing. So they got Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram. He from here, right? Won a Heisman. Won a Heisman. He got to the league. I mean, I think he got a Super Bowl. I think he got a Super Bowl with the Saints, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Some of them be straight. Some of Matt Jones. Matt Jones won that national at Alabama. Where's Matt Jones at now? The Jaguars. They got rid of him from the Patriots. So I'm just saying, some of them fizzle.
Matt Jones got 1 more year.
Mac Jones got who?
1 more year. He gonna get rid of him.
No, they traded him already. He with Jacksonville.
I know. What I'm saying is he got 1 more year.
You know what? What's the name got to redeem himself too? Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence didn't have no good year last year.
Trevor Lawrence gonna have a longer reach than Mac Jones.
We don't know that, man. We can't say that because anything could happen, right? Bar none. I don't want to see him get injured or whatever. If that was the case, if Drew Bledsoe never get hurt, we don't never know what Tom Brady is capable of, right? The ball just fell in Tom Brady's lap. We don't know, man. So it all depends.
All right. Well, we got Terry and Arnold drafted by the Lions, and then yesterday a cornerback. The Lions then draft another cornerback in as Rakestraw. The talking heads are saying that the Lions are having a really good draft so far. But I'm like, we got 4 corners. We got 4 corners in the last 3 months. We brought in 2 through free agency. We lost 1, he in jail, and then we just drafted 2 more. So we got a pretty much brand new cornerback room. I hope it does. Hope it pans out for us, because that bend don't break was more breaking on the backside for the cornerbacks, giving up all those yards to the Cowboys receiver. So I'm interested how this is going to work out. What do you say?
I said CD Lamb.
CD Lamb was he feasted in that game. Every time I looked up, he was catching the ball, and it seemed like it was just so easy for him. Like he was playing against the Little League. You know, he was on varsity playing against He was on varsity playing against the C team. That's what it looked like out there.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure we say good morning to Mr. Greg Brown. Thank you, sir, for coming out this morning. Good morning to you, sir. And let's see, Adam Kahn says JJ made sense in Atlanta. If you're going to develop a guy, take a guy with more upside. Felix might be more NFL ready than any quarterback this year, but Cousins' presence negates that. Maybe Atlanta's worried about Cousins getting injured. All right, it's a great point there, Mr. Adam. 8 pick money is expensive. Backup though. And he also said, which D-line edge guy do you think will have the best career? I like that kid. Believe it or not, I think the kid out of UCLA, he don't look like a defensive end, but he makes plays. I can't think of his name. I think that kid, I think the edge guy's gonna have the best career. That's my guess. I can't think of his name now. All right, the Lions have 4 more picks today, and let's see if I get my screen to move. There we go. And so this is where you make your money. In these late rounds right here, if you're a GM, this is where you make your money. You get your depth, guys that you need to develop that stick around the longest. Those top picks, the numbers say that they don't do as well as those later round picks. You look at the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame has more guys that are later round picks than those first round picks. All right, we're gonna move into a little bit more NFL news. Ross Brown, St. Brown gets paid. He right now is, as of right now, it's gonna change soon. He has the best contract of all receivers in the league.
The highest paid.
Highest paid. Has he earned it? I would say yeah.
Now that's why I said 7 and 10. He got his money. He's not about to give you no more, no less. He gonna go out. The catches that he go out and he died for, he's not doing that now because he got his money. Every NFL player, every NBA player, every baseball player, they do the same thing. They go out there and they show you, ooh, look, I'm shiny. I got new toys. I got this wood interior. I got chrome knobs. I got this. And then once you buy the car, okay, now where they told you were going to get $2 to the gallon, now you're going to get $4 to the gallon because now I got my money. Same thing. Calvin did the same thing. When Calvin first came in the league, everybody was like, oh, my God, Megatron, yeah. He went up and got everything that Matt threw to him and some stuff that Matt didn't throw to him. As soon as he signed and got that paper, Calvin caught the ball, but Calvin wasn't going out like, okay, I'm about to. Every NFL player, Odell Beckham, all of them, they do the same thing. That's why I said 7 and 10. That's not gonna be. He's not gonna be there for that outlet like he normally would be when golf is in trouble. He's not gonna. That's what you need. You need another receiver. While you picking up cornerbacks, you need another receiver because you just let Josh Reynolds walk out the door. And
I think we don't know.
And we don't know what J-Mo gonna do on any given Sunday. Because we all know he don't like to go across the middle.
No,
J-Mo's not going across the middle. All his routes are deep routes, fly routes, or whatever. So then what you gonna put? What you gonna do? Put DJP in there? Donovan Peoples-Jones in there? No. That's not your drop down. That's not your safe haven. There he is. 7 and 10. You're hearing it here first.
All right, let's throw a little bit of college in here, even though it's like delayed college. Reggie Bush gets his Heisman back.
He shouldn't have never got it took it. He shouldn't have never got it took it. And in college sports, baseball, basketball, football, tennis, lacrosse, college football is the worst out of all of them. When it comes to scandalous things, that's the worst. College basketball, okay, what they gonna take? Your Wooden Award? Woo. You took his Heisman. You took his Heisman when he did what you would have did it, I would have did it, Marcus would have did it. You mean to tell me you walking across most athletes that don't come from well-off families? LeGrand Hill was an exception. Chris Webber was an exception. You know what I'm saying? Christian Laettner. Who?
Chris Webber took money too.
I'm getting to the point. That's why you're not letting me get to the point.
You said well-off families.
What I'm saying is most kids that do these violations are not from well-off families, right? if you're a family, you came up straight up like Jalen Rose always talked about how his mom worked 2 jobs. She worked at Chrysler and all that. And everybody thought they were getting it so big at Michigan. I was one included. I thought they were. But come behind was Ed Martin. You mean to tell me you're a 5-star recruit, you come from poverty, and here comes this guy walking across the campus, and you like, hey, how you doing? He like, hey, Jalen Rose? Oh, okay, here you go, or whatever. You're not thinking you're breaking any NCAA rules. And if you did, you wouldn't. I remember my freshman year, I ain't going to call my man name. For those who watching that know, they know who I'm talking about. They actually went to Kansas. He played on the football team. I was walking home from class one day. Dude came up, you want to ride, dog? I'm like, this you? Brand new Camaro, spanking blue. Blue like the color Jayhawk, dark because down there, tint is not illegal. You can have your tint as dark as whatever. You think I didn't get in the car? But just suppose that could have went right? Just like it could have went left. It actually stayed right, but it could have went left. Now I'm part of that. But you think I wasn't gonna get a ride? I'm about to be seen in this car riding through campus with this football player. I'm not on the team, but that's what I'm saying. People break these violent. College football is the biggest hypocrite out of all of them. Yeah. I stand on that any day. I don't like the thing with Ed Martin and Chris Webber and all that. I mean, he did what he did. Okay, yeah. I didn't like the way how Chris, downplayed it, but I get it. Chris, where we from in Detroit, you don't snitch on people, right? Right. You stand. If you're willing to stand in the kitchen, you got to stand with the heat. Understood. Yeah. I get what he did, but the way he tried to portray. But that's crazy. Like, for real. That's the biggest hypocrite. And then you paying college coach. Look what you paying these. Look what Nick Saban was making. Look what Jim Harbaugh was making. Look what what's his name? He the commentator now. Used to be a Tressel, not Tressel. The one used to be for Ohio State, and we was trying to get him for Michigan State. Look at that. Yeah. Right. So yeah. It's crazy.
Well, honestly, those were the rules at that time. Because they took it, I don't think they should have given it back. Because those were rules at the time. So if that's the case, are they going to go back and make whole for a lot of other players who got in trouble? Like that kid destroying.
At the time.
His name is Donald De La Haye. He had a huge YouTube following, making more money than almost his coach. And they told him he had to either give up his scholarship and play, or he had to either play and get a scholarship or quit and keep his YouTube. He wound up quitting. Are they going to go back and make it whole for him? No. Are they going to go back and make it whole for the U of M players like we talked about? No. So they set a dangerous precedent by giving him back that trophy.
They shouldn't have never took it.
People who going to start suing them for the stuff that they took from them because of what they did at the time.
The improper benefits that he received, it didn't just benefit Reggie Bush. It benefited Reggie Bush's mom and dad. Yeah, so whether it was housing, whether it was a job, whatever it was, that didn't have nothing to do with Reggie Bush. You did that. That came with the package because USC wanted to sign him. So, and then you know who really is the winner in all of these sweepstakes? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll got the hell out of Dodge. Pete Carroll became the NFL coach for the Seattle Super. So where's his punishment? That's what I'm saying. You can't punish Reggie Bush. You can't punish Reggie Bush and not punish Pete Carroll either.
Yeah, I agree. And none of them, over the years, it's been rare that those coaches get punished. What's the coach that at Auburn now? When he was at Tennessee, he got punished because
Bruce
he was
Pearl.
on other coaches.
Bruce Pearl.
They made sure they got Bruce Pearl. Got Bruce Pearl on just cause. He had to sit out them a couple of years, and he came back. He's doing well, but and it was he got in trouble for a minor infraction. It was something really silly, but most of them are. And of course, he self-reported because he said, "Hey, I can't be a hypocrite calling out other coaches when I did wrong myself." He wound up losing his job. So hey, I still think that he should not have gotten it back. Because that was the rules at the time. And if you're gonna do that for him, you got to do it for everybody else. All right. As Kenneth says, they can't choose not to do the right thing out of fear. I like that point. But you got to be afraid of not being able to eat, be afraid of not being able to live on a daily basis. Back in those, it wasn't until fairly recently I can actually have a job and still play ball. But you really don't have time. When you're on campus like that, they expect you to be in that weight room and that locker room every day. You can't have a job at McDonald's and still do everything else. All right, we're going to get Felix back in just a minute. In the meantime, we're going to click like, click share. Don't forget to get your book, Gratefulness Journey, every day by the one Mr. Marcus Holmes. Let me see if I can get that clear shot because I got this in the background going on, so it's hard to see. I don't got the background. You can see the wall. I don't want you to see. And who's that in the back? Who's that? Mr. Marcus Holmes right there. That's him right there. The Wheels that lives in ours. The Wheels that lives in ours. Thank you for that, sir. Hope you had a great birthday. I know it was last week. Week before last. Hope you enjoyed yourself. And just Marcus keeps everything going on for us around here. All right, let's move into NBA basketball. All right, right on time, sir. Right on time. We got the Celtics, the Heat now at 1-1.
Yep.
Celtics, the Heat now at 1-1. We got the Knicks and Sixers. Knicks up 2-1. The Bucks and Pacers. Pacers up 2-1. Cavs and Magic up 2-1. Oklahoma City over New Orleans 2-0. The Nuggets about to send the Lakers home. The vacation plans are
Wait, man. We don't know that, man. We don't know that for sure, man.
They lost every game by average. Okay, the first game when he hit the shot over AD. Second game they won by 10-12. The last game they won by like 10-12.
Second game. That was the second game. The second game is when he hit the shot over AD.
Okay. But they still won the first game.
They was up 20. And they came back and won. Turn
out the lights. The party's over.
I can't say it. I mean, look, in reality, in hindsight, and yes, it does look like they're about to get swept. But that's why they play the games. We don't know. Anything. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this, for real. All jokes aside, for real. Game 2 took the win out the sale because they was up 20. Yep. But game 2 showed me this is why I can't never say he's the GOAT. This is why I would never say this guy is the GOAT over Mike. Michael Jordan never ran from a challenge. Whether it was when he played with the Wizards, when he was trying to dethrone the Pistons, when he had 63 against Bird in the Garden, he never ran from a challenge. If you go back and look at that last possession when Jamal Murray got the ball and he coming up the court, and as he coming up, LeBron backpedaling. You see what LeBron does, right? He pushed AD out there. Why you didn't go check him?
That's right.
He does that every time he's faced with a challenge. He's scared of Kawhi. Let me rephrase that. Let me choose these words right. He's not scared. He's not scared of Kawhi. He's petrified of Kawhi. He is petrified. Dude, go back and look. 95% of
the
no, ain't no defense. No, it's not. Hey, look, go back and look. When the show is over, you go back and look, and you Google me later.
95% of the league is also scared of Kawhi.
Look, go back and look. When he was with the Heat that last year, not the year when they beat him, when Ray Allen forced the game 7, not that year. The year after that, LeBron is at the free throw line. They in San Antonio. They in the finals. LeBron at the free throw line. The little sound buzz you in so you can come in the game. He turns around and sees Kawhi coming. He like, man, I'm not gonna say the word he said, but it was a bad word. I'm like, you scared of him? Go back and look this year.
Kyrie. I was thinking Kyrie, not Kawhi. I was thinking Kyrie, not Kawhi. My bad.
He's scared. He's petrified of Kawhi. He's scared. And he pushed AD out there. Why would you put him on Jamal Murray? Although, don't get me wrong, AD is a good defender. If you line that scenario up 10 more times, how many times does Jamal Murray make that? Maybe 3, 4, but he missed the majority of it, right? That took the win out the sale. The game Thursday night, I was just like, when you could tell they deflated. Because it's like, how do we even? It's like we done threw every punch at him. He won't go down. Joker bringing the ball up. Ain't nobody pressuring him or nothing. Trap that, man. Make him get a ball up. If you let him walk, he ain't running. He walking. He walking the ball up, and man, it's terrible.
He ain't running.
He walking. That's the sad thing. He's walking. He's actually walking. Like, okay, I'm gonna get this rest. I'm gonna walk up here. I'm gonna set it up. And the reason why I thought they had a chance, because that's not the same Denver team from the championship team. Bruce Bowen's not there. They lost a few other people, but I'm like, it's like that made it better. I don't think they will get swept, but I guarantee you this: if it's over, two things is gonna happen. One, he gonna fake an injury because he don't want to go out like that. Or two, he just gonna be like, okay, if it's close, like last year when they lost to him and it was close and LeBron had the last shot, okay. If that same scenario plays again and they got the last shot to win it, LeBron ain't gonna take the shot. He gonna give it to somebody else.
Well,
because somebody right now,
but he missed. He tried to shoot that three right before.
Right now, that's why I said what I said. Right now, no matter swept, if they get swept or if they win a game, whatever. Right now, the blame is gonna be on D'Lo. It's not gonna be on LeBron, and it's not gonna be on AD. It's gonna be on D'Lo because they showed the clip. I don't know if you've seen the clip. That last 3 minutes, they took a timeout. D'Lo was on the bench on his phone, man. He was like, basically the game over. So I don't even need to. I don't know if you've seen the clip. I seen the clip, man. When you see it, he literally is on his phone. They over there in the huddle. He literally on his phone, like, okay, basically, like, let me see who opens so I can order me something to eat. Like the game is over. They were only down like 6, but he wasn't even engaged in the huddle or nothing. So that's who they're gonna blame it on.
Why is even the phone out there? First of all,
why not?
What? That's not supposed to stay in the locker room in your lockbox.
And that's the same thing when LeBron came out earlier this year and he sat on the end of the bench with some nachos and changed back into his clothes. Same thing. See, you can't punish D'Lo when LeBron did the same thing. Why? Because it's LeBron? I
agree. Neither one of them should have been doing it. That's sending a bad message to your team.
And that's why I said they're gonna all this right now with them getting swept or however it goes. Darvin Ham's probably gonna get let go. LeBron gonna opt out. AD probably gonna ask to be traded. The team about to go back to the toilet.
If I'm AD, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna go ahead and get that max contract and hopefully put some people around me.
He already got the max. He did that last year. They're not about to pay.
You might as well stay there. You might as well stay there.
Stay there and do what? Go home and go to Chicago. You from Chicago? Go sign with the Bulls. That's an upcoming team.
They're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade him. He just signed a new contract. They're not going to trade him. That's not going to
happen. You never. It depends on what you can get for him, right?
That's true. That's true. All right, let's see here. We got two Lakers. We got Timberwolves and Suns. The Wolves up 3-0 on the Suns. I remember saying 2 years ago that the Suns' window of opportunity closed. I knew at the time when they didn't win it against the Celtics then, that the window was closed. They brought KD in. I was like, you brought in, that's you're gonna sell some tickets. You're not gonna win them games. And you got Clippers and Mavs. Clippers up over the Mavs 2-1, and Clippers. That's a good series right there. I like that series. But Kyrie started to look like he got that grown man face on him now. He out there looking like world be free.
Lloyd Free.
He's like world be free. You like that old guy from the Washington.
That's him, Lloyd Free.
You say?
That's him. World be free is Lloyd Free.
That's what he look like now. I saw the picture. I was like, wait a minute, that's world be free. All right, we our predictions are kind of pretty close. You said Celtics. We both said Celtics. I said Knicks. You said Sixers. Pacers. We both said Pacers. We both said Cleveland. We both said OKC. I said Nuggets. You said Lakers. We both said Wolves. You said Mavs. I said Clips. So we ain't too far off. We're not too far off. Things are going pretty well in the prediction area. All righty, and let's see where I'm at. Keep up, Cal. Keep up. All right, moving on to the MLB NHL. NHL, the playoffs are going well. We'll give you guys an update on that. That's not exactly on the radar right now, seeing as that the Red Wings are out of there. Let's see, but we're gonna talk about our beloved Detroit Tigers at 14-12, in third place behind the Cleveland Guardians. They lost their last two, and they're above 500. Right, last year at this time they were not, so they're making strides. But that doesn't necessarily say that they should be where they are. I had high hopes for them coming out of the out of spring training when they had the second and third best record in spring training. So we're gonna see if they can continue to turn that around. All right, we got a little time here, sir. Did you have a free Saturday topic? Because we had tabled our Hall of Fame discussions from the Hall of Fame and Olympic discussions. Did you want to dive into that?
I got a free Saturday joke. But first, what does that comment say? I can't read that. What does that comment say?
We will say, okay, Kaleem Abu Bakar Salim, where is your country? Basically saying, where are you guys broadcasting from? We are in the United States of America. Thank you for joining our show. And we want you to come on and join us every Saturday. Let your family know. We're talking about sports here in the United States. And as we continue to move forward, the rest of through this year, we're going to get to the Olympics. We're going to get, we're going to do our best to include as many sports as we can. So if you got a sport that we're not talking about, a sport we're not talking about that you want to include it, go ahead and put it in the chat like you are now. And the question for you, sir, is where are you joining us from? So we'd like to know that as well. We would really appreciate it. You are on Facebook, I see, and so we would like to know where you're joining us from. Because we're here in the United States, so where are you, sir? And thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. All right, what's your free Saturday joke, sir?
All right, so look, a man walks in a bar. He say, "Hey, bartender." The bartender say, "Yeah." He say, "Let me get a cheese sandwich and a bottle of beer." Bartender say, "Man, we don't serve nothing like that." Dude come back 10 minutes later. He say, "Hey, man, let me get a cheese sandwich and a bottle of beer." He say, "Man, I told you, man, we don't serve nothing like that, man. If you come back in here, I'm going to hit you with this bat." Dude come back 15 minutes later. He say, "Hey, bartender." He say, "Yeah." He say, "You got a bat?" He say, "Nah." He say, "Well, let me get a cheese sandwich and a bottle of beer." Hey, what is these comments, man?
Call his blood. All right. Kenneth said, I thought they were talking about Marcus' accident. No, not this time. You gotta watch Marcus' show on Tuesday night. He has a very much Midwestern Detroit accent like the rest of them, like the two.
Oh, you talking about loving stuff? Okay.
Yeah, you gotta watch Loving Stuff.
Right.
Great show.
He had a good one. He had a good one this past Tuesday. I tried to hurry up and catch it, but I couldn't. I got caught up at work with paperwork, so I couldn't watch it. I wanted to catch that one, but yeah.
What was your topic, Mr. Marcus? If you can let us know, I'll make sure we'll work that in so we can make sure we get more eyes on your show like we're trying to get on our show. All right, we're going to go to the free Saturday topic that we had for last week. The Naismith Hall of Fame selections for this year are Chauncey Billups, Vince Carter, Michael Cooper, Walter Davis, Bo Ryan, and Charles Smith. For the Women's Committee, Simone Augustus, I'm almost saying that name right. The Men's Veteran Committee, Dick Barnett. Women's Veteran Committee, Harley Redden. International Committee, Michelle Timms. Contributors, Doug Collins, Herb Simon, and Jerry West. Jerry West being the only person going in as a player and as a contributor in more than one area. So that's Jerry West has had a great impact on the game. I'm pretty sure that Pat Riley will be soon behind him.
I forgot about Pat.
For going in there twice as well. I'm pretty sure he's already in there. He'll probably go back in again as well. All right, the use of Olympic. Okay, let's go back before I even get to the Olympic team. In that group, anybody in that group that you didn't think should have made it?
Nah, I could probably, yeah. Because, I mean, Chauncey, yeah. I mean, he's a coach. He's a former NBA champion. Was he on the Olympic team? Did he ever make the Olympic team?
He played in the Olympics.
He's not playing the Olympics. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that would probably be the only one I would probably, if I was to raise an eyebrow, would be Chauncey. I mean, Simone Augustus, She did good at LSU. She did good with the WNBA team now. Lynx, Minnesota Lynx. They won a couple of WNBA titles. Her and Maya Moore. Yeah, that's about right. I don't know too much about what's the guy? That Jerry West. I know he's the logo of the NBA, and I know he had the Lakers. And he was the one behind the dealings with Shaq to bring Shaq to LA, and then got Shaq and Kobe together because he told Shaq about Kobe. That's about all I know about Jerry West. But
I can tell you, Jerry West was the LeBron before LeBron. He went to all those championships, but he only won one because the second all those
really?
years. No, seriously. He went to a lot of championships as a player, but he only won one. Why? Because the Celtics was kicking their butt all them years.
So he was a Laker. So it was the Lakers against the Celtics, and then it was he just came up short every time.
Yep. He was
well, then look. So I take it he was playing against Bill and them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Russell, right? Well, of course. Why did he think he was gonna beat that?
Well, they were close a couple of years.
Okay.
And he had a great average over there. He averaged 25 and some change, like 25 and 8 over his career, something close to that. So he earned it as a player, and that's why he's the face. That's why he's the logo. Jerry West was the man.
So you say Jerry West was LeBron before LeBron?
Yeah, seriously. That's what they call him. They were saying because he was talking about how he went to all those championships but didn't win as many that they thought he would have won.
Okay.
Yep. And and plus he's had so much success on the business side. So that's why they're putting him in twice as a contributor. All right. And let's see here. I kind of agree with you about Chauncey. I do agree. Because to me, just like Prime say, if you say a man's name and you say Hall of Fame, if you don't automatically say, oh yeah, he don't belong in there. I'm not saying Chauncey wasn't a good player, but to me, even he was a Piston. I'm a beloved Pistons fan, loved all the contributions he made the half-court shot to keep the game going in the playoffs when nobody expected him to do so. Hall of Fame, I don't know. Because they always talk about how there should be tiers in the NBA Hall of Fame. I think he's a tier 2 NBA Hall of Fame candidate. I don't see him as a tier 1. They said it should be 3 tiers. I would consider him a tier 2. I won't consider him.
That would be my argument with Chris Webber.
Chris Webber?
That should be a tier 2. That shouldn't be a tier 1. College, yes, he was a beast. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. 2 championships, even though they didn't win neither championship. Yes, he was good at, if not better than Larry Johnson at UNLV. Yes, Chris, yes, he was. Pro, no, didn't do nothing.
I can concede that point to you. I can concede that. I'm not saying he didn't do nothing. He had a good average over the years. He was consistent in all his playing time and all with the team.
Sacramento Queens.
Yeah, he played for Sacramento. He played for the Wizards. And where else did he play for another team? I know he played.
No, he didn't play for the Wizards. He played for the Bullets.
He played for the Bullets before they
He played for the Bullets. He played for the Bullets, the Kings, the Sixers. He played for us, and he played. I think he ended with us. That's when he came with the number 84 jersey. Yep.
Yeah. And so he was consistent over his career. Didn't go very. They probably should have beaten the Lakers that year that they got cheated. It's actually
they didn't get cheated. They didn't get cheated.
What was the guy that they put in jail? He was on that game.
The guy that who?
That they put in jail for betting on the games. He was the referee that game.
That was the Steve, not Steve Jabby. I know you're talking about the little short guy. I forget his name. With the black hair. They didn't lose, man. They weren't cheated. The Lakers beat them with this. They didn't physically. Yes, they were better than the Lakers, but mentally, no. That's how the Lakers beat them. The mind. Kobe and them just psyched them out. Think about it. If they hit half the free throws, they send the Lakers home.
Yep.
That's how they beat. They beat mentally. They didn't beat them physically. Huh?
It's like Orlando lost by they didn't make their free throws.
What year?
What
What year you talking about?
Just like
No,
you
that was
said,
the
they
year.
didn't make their free throws.
That was
against the
'95
Lakers.
when they lost to Houston.
Yes,
And Nick Anderson could have sealed the deal, and he missed both free throws. That was '95. Because they knocked off Mike Num. They knocked off Mike Num, and then the very next year, Mike Num swept them. That's the year Mike Num went 72-10.
Yep.
You know I got it up. You know I got it up in these.
I know you got it. I know the general premise, but once I put in the general premise, you always fill in the blanks. That's
what we call teamwork, son.
That's right. A team right there. All right, U.S. Olympic team has been selected. Durant, James, Adebayo, Devin Booker, Sister Squint, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Halliburton, coached by Steve Curry and Mark Few. And how do you like how Grant Hill passed out the jerseys? Show up at the house, show up at the practice facility, show up out of nowhere, knock on the door.
That was nice. So they got rid of Michael.
A Hall of Fame for the NFL.
They got rid of Michael, the guy who used to. So Grant Hill took his spot there. In other words, he used to be the D'Angelo. I think that was how you pronounce it.
He's still there, but Grant Hill's just the face of it now.
Okay, Grant is the face. Okay, I think
he's still a part of the committee. But
so hold on. Did you say Mr. Leonard? Is Kawhi on there?
Kawhi is on the team. I forgot to put him on there. I missed that name. You right?
See, that's what I'm saying. I think one of them guards should have got replaced by Kyrie. I believe Kyrie should have been on that team. If not Kyrie, Clay should have been on that team. Clay or Kyrie should be on that team.
I don't know about
Clay or Clay. If not, okay, you kind of stand still with the Clay. Kyrie should be on that team. But see, I don't know who you take off. Because you could take off the kid from Indiana, right? But then it'd be like the Halliburton kid. You could take him off, right? But then it'd be like, you showing favoritism. But Kyrie should be on the team. But I don't know who do you exit off the team for Kyrie? Because you're not going to get rid of Steph for Kyrie, right?
No.
Maybe you could have.
The question is, who's your true point guard on that team? That's basically what they're saying. They have guards, but they don't have a point guard.
That's why I said Kyrie. Kyrie should be on. Kyrie should be on that team. Right. But because Anthony Edwards is not a point guard. That's a two guard.
He's not.
Hallenberg is not a point guard. That's a two guard. Steph is not a point guard. That's a two guard. That's why Kyrie should have been on there. But then, like I said,
you got
who do you take off?
Of course, LeBron gonna run the show a little bit, but they should let him be off, be a 2 or 3, and let him just showcase his skills that way.
Yeah,
and then like this
another thing I thought about too, they might. We did load the deck, right? We did stack the table with this team. Mm-hmm. This team might not bring home gold. Mm-hmm. The reason I say that is, God rest his soul, Kobe Jellybean Bryant not coming through that door. That's how we got the gold we got that last time. If Kobe don't join that team, we don't get no gold medal, man. We don't get and they don't have nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? Kobe taught them, hey man, we not over here to party. We over here to take care of business, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's on Netflix. I don't know if you ever watched it. They went in deep. Yeah, I like that documentary. That was a good one because he was like, where y'all coming from? Right, where y'all coming from? Man, we coming from party. Where you about to go? I'm about to go work out. 4:00 in the morning. And then LeBron joined, and then D-Wade joined. Then they finally got Carmelo to join. It was like, dog, I'm not here to party. I'm here to get this gold medal. You don't have that on this team. Nobody's on that roster is built like that. So I don't know.
Well, maybe LeBron can provide that leadership this time around.
No,
it's
LeBron ain't no Kobe, man. LeBron ain't no. Sometimes it's not the individual
provide that leadership.
Sometimes it's not the individual, it's the vocal. See, you can say what you want to say, but if they not listening and it's falling on deaf ears, it don't matter. See, Kobe didn't just also say it, he lived by it. LeBron ain't about to do that because that means LeBron got to check the hardest player. LeBron ain't about that. He's not built like that.
He's not. I agree. All righty. Friend of the show, we got to get you back on here, Mr. Brooks. He said C. Webb should have went to Southwestern. I agree, but they was loaded. I'm not saying he wouldn't have got no playing time.
He just would have been Chris Webber. He did the right thing.
Been,
if he would have went to Southwestern, he just would have been Chris Webber.
He wouldn't. He was. What's the kid?
Sean Leonard.
No, the forward, the 6'4" forward who went to St. Bonaventure. That played for him. He was as good as that team was. He was that heart of that team. I can't think of.
You're talking about the team with Jalen Rose and them on it.
Yes.
The Southwestern team.
Yes.
I don't know who went to St. Bonaventure. I don't know. I still
believe. Out there remember what I'm talking about. Brown State kid, hella intense. Always, I was always ready.
I still believe if Rashawn Leonard goes to Michigan, they win one of those national championships.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I don't believe Jimmy King and Ray comes to Michigan. Maybe Jimmy still comes. I don't think Ray comes to Michigan.
Probably not.
And then there's your Fab Five there. Because you X out Jimmy, you X out Ray for Rashawn Leonard.
But I think at the end of the day, it was probably the better move for Rashawn to go to Minnesota.
Absolutely.
Because then he gets the playing time that he needs.
Right. Absolutely.
All right, everybody. As we coming down the stretch, we are right at the right spot at the right time. We're going to take a quick pause for the cause for Stupid Sports News. All right, I wouldn't necessarily classify this as Stupid Sports News, but this is the closest thing we got to it. Pickleball TV. Pickleball recently has gotten very, very, very popular out there, but they literally have a network for pickleball. I don't know how you can find it now, but I saw it the other day. Pickleball TV. That's the name of the network where you can watch singles, doubles, co-ed, play against each other in the game of pickleball. Pickleball was a cool game that we played in gym. I taught it as a gym teacher. It's very athletic. You got to if you're playing it right, it's a very athletic game. So I do consider it to be a sport, or some people may not say so. It's definitely a sport. But I didn't know it was that popular where it had its own league. I know we were talking about the Smack League, the guys Smack League, the ladies Smack League. They got the Smack League where they hitting them on their buttocks. They got that league, but they don't have their own network. It's still on a pay-per-view level, and it's like an offshoot of UFC. Pickleball has its own league. That is incredible to me. That is really incredible to me. All right. Also, really quickly, Marcus let us know his last show was setting healthy boundaries for conflict and resolution in relationships. And that's something I can tell you from experience. You need to be able to have those conversations. If you feel like somebody's in your relationship and they're going too far, you got to be able to say, hey, it's us. It's we. It's not them. We love them. We need to keep them where it's possible to make sure that us stay together. And that's not an easy thing to do. That's something you gonna learn the hard way about at least once in any significant relationship. The next show for us is next Saturday, May 4th. Once again, as we talk about love and stuff, that comes on Tuesday nights, 7:30 Eastern, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. And we also want to make sure we are tuning in the Dr. Valencia Egner's, the Good Reverend Dr. Valencia Egner show on Wednesdays, somewhere right around noon on YouTube primarily. Also on Wednesdays, Loving the Scriptures, Loving Music, Loving History, with also Good Reverend Dr. Brother Williams, Wednesday 6 p.m. We will be back next week. We got more playoff action, and I'm pretty sure some more trades is gonna happen, and also the crazy things in the world of sports. If it's happening, we're gonna talk about it. Thank you again for coming and being with us, and we just really appreciate you. I think the Tigers gonna do well this weekend, brother. I got my Tigers on. You got your Royals on. That's
Man,
old
get out of here,
sister.
bro.
Bo Jackson not coming out the dugout to catch the ball and throw the guy out at first on a quick double play. Have a good one, everybody, and be safe. See you next week.